What's up, everyone? I'm Dr. Jonny, and today is day one of what I'm calling the most important year of my life. I'm 33 years old. I run a successful athletic performance therapy business called Athlete Performance Therapy, and I'm about to document something that most people talk about, but few people actually achieve: building multiple businesses and a real estate investment portfolio from scratch, all while you watch. And here's the thing, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm going to show you everything: the wins, the failures, the late nights, the moments when I question if I'm completely crazy for trying any of this. Because if you're anything like me, you're sick and tired of watching the highlight reels. You want to actually see the real process, how it's actually done. I should probably start by actually introducing myself. My name is Jonny Monteiro. I'm 33 years old, and I'm the founder of Athlete Performance Therapy, like I was just mentioning. For those of you who don't know what that is, I help athletes and active individuals optimize their performance and recover from injuries through specialized therapy techniques. A lot of hands-on, a lot of testing, a lot of sports science, if you will. I love what I do. I genuinely love helping people move better, feel better, and perform at their best. But what I've realized is I've built myself a really good job, right? Not necessarily a scalable business. And at 33, I'm starting to think bigger. I've always been fascinated by real estate, especially unique properties. Like Airbnbs and destinations, like RV parks, small home communities, properties in amazing ski towns or like beach locations that don't just generate income but create like an experience for the members and for for the people staying. And I've always had this like entrepreneur itch. Like, I don't want to just run one business for the rest of my life. Like, I want to have multiple streams of income: real estate, business, investments, those kind of things, and create systems that work without me, like having to be there 24/7. Like, ultimately design the life where I have both financial freedom and location independence. And you can't do that in a clinic. So here's what I'm committing to, and here's what you're going to watch me do over the next 365 days. My first goal is I'm going to transform athlete performance therapy from a business that depends on me being there every single day to a systemized operation that can run and grow without me being there. Like, I want to go to Greece, I can dip out. I'm talking about like hiring a team, building processes, creating systems that allow me to work on the business instead of just in the business. And we've already taken steps. We have a couple therapists lined up for interviews, and we've already hired a couple techs. Goal number two: acquire my first investment property, but not just any property. I want something unique, like something that aligns with that vision of creating experiences for people while building wealth for myself. Like I said, whether that's a mountain town, whether that's an Airbnb on the beach, or something completely different like a small home community or RV park, something that just makes me excited about it, right? And then goal number three, I'm going to document this entire process for you. Every decision, every mistake, every breakthrough, because I believe that transparency, it breeds trust, right? And the more trust I have, the better community I'm going to have. And honestly, I think there's a lot of people out here in similar situations, successful at what they're doing, but they want something just a little bit more, something a little bit bigger. And you might be wondering, like, why now? Like, why are you doing this at 33? Why didn't you do this when you first started athlete? Like, why not just stick with athlete and kind of what's working? Here's the honest truth. I look at people around me who are 10, 15, 20 years older than me, and I see two types of people. I see people who took calculated risk and built multiple streams of income and created the business investments that gave them choices. And then I see people who played it safe, who stuck with what was comfortable, and now they're feeling trapped by their own success. Like me personally, I don't want to be 45 years old still trading my time for money, still dependent on me showing up every single day for my income. Like, I want to build something that creates value for others while giving me the freedom to choose how I spend my time. That's my ultimate goal, right? And my Mount Everest, right? And so if you're watching this, I'm guessing you might feel the same. Like, you might be in your 20s, you might, maybe in your 30s, you might be thinking about your future. You might be actually, starting to have kids and realizing that time is moving faster than you thought. Or maybe you're older and you're thinking, I wish I had started something like this years ago, right? But here's the thing, like, today's day one. Like, we're all starting. You can start with me, right? This can be my day one and your day one. What can you expect from this series and kind of following around this journey? You can first, complete transparency. Like, I'm going to show you the real numbers, what my business is making now, what I'm investing, what I'm spending, what's working, what's not working. And you're going to see the actual process of building systems, hiring people, analyzing properties, making offers, dealing with rejection, celebrating wins. Like, that's a huge part of it too. Keep you going, keep your magic, as my boy Pace says. Second, you're going to get education. Every challenge I face, every solution I find, every strategy I implement, I'm going to break it down right here for you. Like, this isn't just entertainment. Like, I want you to get something out of this. It's education. You're going to learn alongside me. All the lessons that I learned, you're going to learn them too. Third, you're going to get community. Like, I want this to be interactive. I want you to share your own goals, your own challenges, your wins. I want you to be able to ask questions. I want to be able to get feedback. And also, too, I want you to hold me accountable, right? Because the best journeys aren't taken alone. It's taken with the community, with people around you that can help support you. Here's what makes this different from other entrepreneurial content you might have seen. Like, I'm not just teaching you from a position of having already figured it out. Like, I'm not selling you a course on how to make millions because I've already made millions. Like, I'm literally figuring this out as we go. And you're going to see the real process, and you can do it along with me. Let me start by giving you like a quick snapshot of where I'm starting from. Like athlete performance therapy is profitable. We're doing well, but it's heavily dependent on me. Like I have some savings that I can invest, but I'm not starting from a position of having unlimited capital. Like I have real estate knowledge from research and education from some mentors, but I haven't actually bought an investment property yet, right? That's one of those things where it's kind of like waiting on the sidelines. What are you waiting for? What am I waiting for? In other words, I'm just starting from a position that probably looks a lot like where a lot of you guys are right now, right? Successful enough to take some risk, but not successful enough that failure wouldn't hurt me. Over the next, few episodes, you're going to see me do a deep dive into my current business state, the real numbers, the real challenges, the real opportunities. You're going to see me research real estate markets, analyze properties, and start building the systems that allow me to scale. I've already started some of those systems, but I'm going to show you, what they look like, right? Now, day 3, I'm going to take you inside athlete performance therapy. I'll show you exactly where we stand, revenue, expenses, systems, teams, everything. Day 5, we're going to dive deep into my real estate investment strategy and start looking at actual properties and markets that I'm interested in. The biggest thing, here's what I need from you. Like if this resonates with you, if you want to follow along this journey, hit the subscribe button, right? Turn on your notifications because I'm going to be posting 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you're not going to want to miss any of this. Like this is going to be extremely valuable if you're going to start this journey with me. Now, more importantly, I want you to comment below and tell me what's your day 1 goal? Like what's the thing you've been thinking about starting but haven't started yet? Like what's your vision of building a health and real estate empire, or what is your version of that, right? And so I built this, because this community is going to be built on a lot of us pushing each other forward, I need that input from you guys, right? We all need to be participating. And if you're on the fence about starting your own journey, let me tell you something. Like there's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be a moment where you're like, oh, I have all the answers. I have all the resources, all the confidence you think you need. But there can be a moment when you decide to take the risk of staying where you're at, right? The risk is greater than the reward of moving forward, right? So for me, the moment is today, day 1, right? I'll see you on day 3 when we're going to go into the real numbers behind athlete performance therapy. But until then, keep pushing forward.